Hi beauties! Today we're doing a brush cleaning. Welcome to the channel if you are new. I'm here to walk you through my method of cleaning my brushes, getting a nice deep clean without ruining my brushes to have them last me a very long time. I've been doing this method for quite a while and I love when my brushes get clean like this because it satisfies me and it leaves me without wondering if I'm leaving anything behind on my brushes to damage them or hurt my clientele. So what we have here is the bucket of dirty brushes. I have a little bit of my foaming Dawn dish detergent in a pump, and I've diluted it as just regular dish detergent with a little bit of water to give it that foaming sensation. And as you can see, I definitely have my cleanser with me on hand. So what we're going to do, we're going to run the water, make sure that it's kind of warm. You can either apply the soap to your brushes directly, but I prefer to put it in my hand just to make sure that it is nice and evenly coated to give that nice lather that I'm looking for. You can definitely use regular dish detergent, just regular detergent, but I use Dawn because it definitely helps with the grease and the oil compatibility. Like it combats, it eats the oil up. And I just give like a little bit of a pump, like a couple of drops if I'm using the regular formulated detergent, and just give that nice, awesome clean. I want to make sure that the foam or the lather is white or very little color. And once I'm satisfied with what the outcome is from the wash, I run it underneath the water, making sure that I rinse everything out. And I try to clamp off the bristles without messing with how they're attached to the ferrule or the metal part of the brush, because I don't want to dismantle the bristles themselves. I just want to make sure that I'm getting as much water out as possible. So now we're going in with our secret spray. I definitely have the recipe on my YouTube channel. You can definitely go check that out for yourself. I take a couple of pumps towards the bristles of the brush and get all that gunk and color out, making sure that I get a nice clean brush to work with. We want to try to get off as much discoloration to the bristles as possible. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, because I definitely have a couple of discolored brushes from neon pigments that just will not go away. After that, I take a small pump of the soap, put it in the palm of my hand, do a circular motion, and basically do the same thing. Just clamp the bristles, make sure that it gets out, and we're on to the next. Now I'm doing a sponge. I run it under the warm water. I take a couple of spritz of that magic cleaning spray. Make sure that it gets really, really good in there, because technically sponges like this, the one I have, are not professional grade because they're not, I'm not going to say required, they're not recommended to be used when you do makeup, because sponges are very porous. So they hold bacteria. They have a chance of holding bacteria. Because you can't necessarily properly clean them, we try to get the single-use sponges, if that makes sense. But because I have this and I've been doing it for a while, I guess I'm kind of stubborn. I do have the single-use sponges, to, the disposable ones that you get rid of. But I don't know. I just prefer those. I have more grip over it. And I mainly use those for me. And I use my brushes more for my clientele. But every now and again, I do use sponges for my clients just to give me a more blended and smoother effect. I take the soap, make sure that everything comes out as much as possible. Run it under water as much as needed to get, again, all of the soap, all of the makeup and gunk out of the sponge. That's why it's more professional to use disposable than the ones that I have, or the ones that comes in the makeup kits that you could buy offline or even in the stores, because it takes a while to really get it a decent clean, if that makes sense for anybody. I run it under. I make sure that I'm getting all the soap, all the makeup out, that the water is becoming clear, and dry it as much as possible. I know it looks like I'm kind of manhandling the sponge, but I want to make sure I get as much moisture out because it speeds up the drying time. And I'm satisfied with how it looks because everything is clean. So now I'm using a puff, cleaning a puff now. I take the makeup or the brush cleaner, take the paper towel that we have earlier, wipe off as much makeup as possible. And you could kind of put these in the wash as well. I don't really recommend you doing that because the way that they are made, they are not sewn together. They're more of a stamped or a melted technique method to seal off the edges. And if you put them in the washer, because I have done it before, they kind of tend to pop on the sides because they don't have a real good seal. So just keep that in mind. So just to make sure that I have everything together, I kind of wash it by hand. I take it and put a puff of soap on there and wash it between my hands as if I'm regularly washing my hands, and make sure that I get as much makeup off or out because there is a small layer of a sponge in between. That's why it's like considered a puff. It's velvety on the outside and a small foam layer on the inside. But want to make sure that I get everything through and through. I wash it as many times as necessary. As you can see, this time it's like twice, 2 or 3 times. Making sure that everything comes out. I crumple it up or squeeze it as much as possible, again, to get as much water out as possible. We don't want any bacteria growing in there. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you babies next time.